Hi, my name is Rumbi. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm ready for an interview right now. I just did this soft makeup look on myself, and if you want to learn how I did this look, one that doesn't make me get shocked when I look in the mirror and be like, who's this? Keep watching. I'll show you how I did this.
So first off, I started by prepping my skin with a moisturizer. At this point, I had to tie my hair back because this was serious business now. So then I took my primer and then I just applied it all over my face. I had to make sure it really sunk into my skin because I'm big on protecting my skin from anything and everything. I then moved on to my eyebrows and I brushed them upwards to create that feathery look. I used eyebrow soap on this side to blend that out so it doesn't leave those white marks. Then I filled them in with the eyebrow gel. I like to use dark brown eyebrow gel because I literally do not have eyebrows. They are so light, they are so faint, they wouldn't show. If I was sitting on camera, they wouldn't really show. So after creating the shape that I wanted with my eyebrow gel, I then got back in with my eyebrow spoolie. This time I was blending in the eyebrow gel in the eyebrows. This helps in maintaining that the eyebrows still look like hair and not like a drawing. I then started cleaning below my eyebrows with concealer. I like doing this with a lighter shade because it gives my eyebrows a more defined look. Because I want them to look natural, yes, but I also want them to be defined. For the top of my eyebrows, I prefer to use a shade that is very close to my skin because, wow, blending can be a big process if you use a very light shade. So I prefer using the foundation that I'm going to use on my whole face. I just use that or just a little bit closer to that. I realized my eyebrows were not as blended as I wanted them to be, so I brushed them with a spoolie brush to maintain that feathery look, and I made some corrections. Then, of course, this disturbs the process, so I had to clean up after myself. I was taught to clean up after myself. I highlight my under eye with a little bit of concealer. I do this before my foundation because I don't want my foundation to go where it's not supposed to go. So concealer first, that's what I do. Then of course I use my foundation on the areas that I do not need to be highlighting. So I started blending this with a foundation brush, but it wasn't giving me the natural finish that I wanted. It was just giving coverage. And I really wanted it to look natural. I didn't want to look over the top. So I then got a blender. I started using a blender instead. Blender, I like using a damp blender. So I spray some bit of water and make sure it's just damp because a dry blender just makes my skin so dry. I think this goes for a lot of other people. So a damp blender will be saturated enough. It won't take off all the product and all the moisture off of the face. That is why I had to use this, and it gives me a very natural blended finish that it gives me a skin-like look. That's what I was going for with this makeup. After making sure that I now have skin-like foundation blended on my face, I then got this contour palette and I used it to highlight my under eyes and the points that I just want to highlight: the bridge of my nose, my chin, and my forehead. Then I contoured with a dark shade. I contoured where I needed to contour. I didn't put eyeshadow with this one, so I used my contour palette. It's multi-purpose, y'all. So I then did that. Yeah, whatever that was. I was contouring. I always go back in with my blender because I feel like it takes off the ashiness and it makes my makeup blend quite well. So I blended my highlighter, I blended my contour. I was just blending in so that I have continuity on my skin. I do not want one part to look too light and then the other part too dark. I just want everything to be balanced. And then this is an optional step. I got orange eyeshadow. I use orange eyeshadow as my blush because I feel like the pink is too light for us. So I get in with the orange blush or eyeshadow. That works quite well for my cheeks. It gives them a natural blush. You don't really see it if I don't smile. And then of course I had to set my face with a setting powder. This was a pressed powder. I really like how it looks on my skin because it really balances everything out. Now you don't really see where the contour was placed. It now looks a bit more natural. Moving on to the lips. I line my lips with brown eyeliner before I do anything else to just give them a defined look. Then I got in with a nude pencil and I blended that in. This was okay, but I really didn't like how it looked. It was a bit dry for me. Yeah, I had to remove it and hop onto lip gloss. For the lip gloss, I used a darker lip gloss on the outer part of my lips where I had put the brown eyeliner, and then I put a lighter lip gloss in between my lips. I then blended that out to make sure that my lips looked as natural as possible. And of course, me being me, I will bath in setting spray. I will literally bath in setting spray. The reason why I do this is because if you put too little setting spray, you leave some bit of ashiness. So then I blend in my setting spray. When I set the first time, I blend in my setting spray and just make sure that there is no ashiness left. I want that dewy look. I want the glow. Look, I don't know how I look here, but well, we're just gonna do it because it's mascara. We can't live without mascara, can we? I then used a liquid eyeliner to just define my eyes. And of course, setting spray. I will always set my face because I want the glow. I really, really want the glow. Now I was getting nervous. The time was moving and I was just getting nervous. I know I look good already, but well, yeah. Interviews are just stressful, you know. Then I had to just put a bit of mousse on my braids to make sure they don't look old. I had to work on my hair, put it back, look professional. I just quickly did that. And this was the final look. Thank you for watching.
We'll be doing a lot of neutral makeup looks, so if you like this type of content, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.